You know what the miracle is? Me possibly giving a decent review to a faith-based film. Miracles do exist.
This is our fourth time here.
This is an acid reflux. Her throat's raw because she's been throwing up for weeks.
Well, Mom, I'm the doctor, and that's my diagnosis. So if you'll excuse me, I have the patients I need to see.
Excuse me, this is not acid reflux. She's not lactose intolerant. There's something wrong with our little girl.
Mrs. Beam, you need to calm down.
No, you calm down. You find me another doctor, you run some more tests. I'm not leaving this hospital until I know what's wrong with my daughter.
Miracles from Heaven is a faith-based film about a Christian family who goes through some trauma and how the miracles that you pray for aren't always the miracles that you receive. I have a storied history reviewing faith-based films. As a Christian myself, I want them to live up to the value I see in my faith. Can this one do it? Here's 5 things you might want to know before you see Miracles from Heaven. Yeah, I'll just say it right here in number 1. I think they did a really good job with this movie. You know what it is? Here's the main thing. We'll do this for number 1. It's Jennifer Garner. She's really great in this. Genuinely moving, gives a very touching performance. I believed it. The moments are very authentic and real. As a mom who will pursue anything at all costs to the ends of the earth to make sure her daughter's okay, and yet at the same time was a believable, nuanced human being, and not all smiles and rainbows and unicorns with faith-based films tend to do sometimes. I thought she was really good, and the movie really benefits from her performance. And she sets the tone for the second thing I really liked about this. It's so authentic, not just her, but everybody around her. And I don't mean the performances, although those are good. I mean how they're written. Christians who don't have it all together. Non-Christians who are, get this, nice people, kind people. So many Christian movies build up straw men. Anybody that believes differently is angry or mean or haughty or proud. And there are certainly those kind of people in the world, but this movie paints everybody as human beings because that's what they are. This felt like the real world that I live in, and I really appreciated that. And not just how it writes the people, but how it writes the world and the way it works. The other thing about faith-based films that gives them their cheese is everything always works out. You know, it's all rainbows and unicorns. And though there are miracles here in this story that are amazing and do benefit people, it also draws very close attention to the fact that we don't understand as Christians why God would heal somebody and not somebody else. It allows for doubt. It allows for discovery. It allows for living in a universe where you don't have all the answers and where a miracle for one person could be a bad thing for somebody else. And you know what it says? It says, I don't know. And that's a very powerful thing to be able to say and gives the movie a true authenticity that a lot of faith-based films don't have. So that's kind of the message head stuff that I like to talk about. What about movie making? It's pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. The secondary acting I thought was decent enough and didn't distract you. It's kind of like just keep that momentum going. Don't distract me from the main story, the part of this that is compelling to me. So I thought that stuff was good. They actually make some pretty clever, I think, editing choices, camera angles, shot choices. You can tell that some care and attention went into producing this movie and making this movie. So I appreciate that as well, and I think it adds to the overall product. It's funny, sometimes I feel like I grade faith-based films on a curve, and this is just at the top of the curve, so I say nice things about it. It's not a perfect movie. It's not even a great movie, but it is a good movie. Here's what I didn't like. The score's a little bit much, still has kind of that overbearing feel that a lot of these movies have, trying to pull that emotion out of you. Along with that, these movies tend to do this music video thing in the middle, like this montage where they play a popular Christian song and show people, praying and doing other things. I could do without that. That's a little over the top for me. But I think mostly it just lacked a sense of humor that I wanted to see in it. There just wasn't enough humor sprinkled in, and when it was, I didn't feel like it worked perfectly. So it gives the whole thing a little bit too much of a feeling of that sacredness, trying to pull that emotion from you. Overall, I felt like Miracles from Heaven is a good movie and does some things very well, including saying some things that I think are important to say. I would give it a B-. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. You can check out more about what goes on here by clicking the info button right up here. Some cool stuff up there. By the way, we'll get to the best ever challenge here in a bit. If you do click up there, you'll see other reviews that have happened here at the channel. You'll also be able to take a look at the website, yourmoviefriend.com. You'll also be able to vote in the poll of which movie you want to see me review next week. I do 2 every weekend here on the YouTube channel, so you can check out those. If you want to hear what I think about the other movies that come out, I review those too, but I do it on Periscope. So follow Aaron Dicer, Aarondicer on Periscope. I do that every Monday around 5 o'clock Central Time, so you can check that out there. You can also search for SiftPop if you do the podcast thing, SiftPop. We have a weekly podcast where we have a lot of fun talking about movies, television, and other pop culture. All right, on to the Best Ever Challenge. This is where you name the best movie ever in a particular category and also try to identify my choice. What is the best Jennifer Garner movie ever? Mine would have to be the one that she was really not in all that much and starred now 2 Academy Award winners for Best Actor. Take a guess at mine in the comments. You can also leave your choice there as well. And as always, here's 5 extra seconds to hit the subscribe logo. Just click it right down in this corner.